The thing about the game, Juice 2, the graphics are so clear and so good, they're so real. I became obsessed with trying to create the exact copy of the car in the game. I've never played a computer game that was so real or realistic that it made me want to transfer that into real life, and I did become obsessed.
Come in.
Spot on.
If you look at the way the car looks in the game, that there's only really a couple of people in this country who can do the work that necessary on the car to make it look the nuts. The Custom Exotics, Brett and Scott, the Exotic Brothers as we know them, they owed me a favour.
We owe him one.
Yeah.
I think it's the other way around. Yeah.
It was time to call that favour in.
Still early, and got it all to come.
It's all a bit up in the air at the moment.
Would have been nice to have had sort of maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks to get it ready. So
We like a challenge.
It's going all right. A few minor little problems with the body kit, but nothing. We've had a lot worse, so yeah, should be all good. It's going to be a late one though, definitely.
Whole packet of cigarettes stuck up underneath here, which is underneath the splash guards underneath the cars.
bit of a nasty gap there really, where the panel did originally come up along that line, but didn't fit. So I've had to chop it back. So basically I've put some of that in to reshape it. So now I'll file that back so it's a nice neat fit on the to the car shape.
Last night, priming all the panels for the car, stopping up any stone chips on the bonnet, flatting most of the stopper, blocked and orbital sanded the car itself, wet flatted all the shuts and all the little nooks and crannies, so I matted them off, ready for paint, and that's about it.
This is one up from doing a spray out card, rather than doing the little aluminium card and seeing what the colour's like. I'm going to do it on a spare panel. That's going to give me a better idea of what the colour's like, and two, how well the two colours can actually blend together.
The trouble with doing full colour change resprays is obviously engine bays are always the original colour of the car. And you know, obviously when you open up an engine bay you can see that, so what we like to do is try and actually move most of the peripherals off the sides and back of the engine bay and actually give it a coat of satin black aerosol spray. If the budget was endless, yes, you would take the engine out, you'd gut the engine bay and you could spray it colour bay.
I think the paint job might give it away that it's been resprayed.
Yeah, it might.
It didn't come out Honda like it.
Oh, the sun is shining.
Yeah.
Nice to see.
I just remembered that I was at the Essen Motor Show in December last year, and I met these three German guys who were actually doing it. They were actually airbrushing a car live on one of the stands there at the Essen Motor Show, and I just saw some of their work was there, and it was absolutely the best work I'd ever seen. So I did a bit of research and I asked some questions about the guys, and I found out that they were probably the best airbrushers in the world, definitely the best airbrushers in Germany.
The car's not actually ready for you guys to spray it yet.
Not actually ready?
It's not ready yet. No.
It's a joke, right?
No.
No.
You know, and obviously we've had to fit a full body kit,
Yeah.
do all the dents on it, yeah, prep it all, prime it. So we're still in the middle of, we haven't actually painted it yet.
My biggest fear was that the Sperlich brothers and the Exotic brothers weren't going to get on. That was my biggest worry, was because you know, these guys are going to, I knew they'd be in a tight space for you know, quite a few days and nights. I just knew that possibly was going to cause some friction between the two of them. It was definitely like two strange cultures meeting together, you know. Essex man versus Essen man.
We've been really lucky that the Germans have turned up before we've actually got the car finished. Because had it all gone to plan and we had the car painted for when the Germans got here, we would have painted the car just light blue to dark blue. There would have been no white on the car to airbrush. That was our job description. Paint the car, lacquer it off, ready for the Germans.
1 o'clock in the morning, finish on this. Yeah, by the time I finished doing all the masking and the colours and the blends, doors on, doors off, it was, yeah, it sort of went on a little bit longer.
Scott's the man, you know, that's all I'm going to say. Scott's got one of the most amazing paint talents in the world. You know, watch what he does, and the quality of work that comes out of that place is unbelievable. I knew that Scott the painter was the only man that could do the job. There's no one else out there who was going to pull this off. It's about time as well. It's about the amount of time we had, and you know, to be able to put that project together in that time, and to not let the project leave until it was right. That's the most important thing, and that is Scott all over. He will not let it out. It doesn't matter whether you tell him the Queen wants it tomorrow, he won't let it out the door until it's ready. You know, you've got Brett, who's got his Mohican, and he's like, you know, almost goth-like ways, and Scott with his very kind of like pristine, clean car, and you know, his pristine attitude to what he does. And I think the two of them together make such a good mix.
For our work, we project this on the car to set small points for the outline of the picture, so we can make a perfect job. Yeah, it's a little help for us. The whole work we would do, it's handmade. It's all handmade. And to do this handmade in a perfect quality, we set some points. To make it in real positions, and we do some preparations in Germany. We got pictures of Richie. We can see what is the content of our work, and you see also the letters, the numbers, they coming on the car, and we print this big sticker to do the job in the right size.
You know, these guys are like, they're almost like airbrush hitmen, you know. They've come over from Germany, and they've come to do a job, and they delivered exactly what we asked them to do in the time frame that we asked them to do it in. Okay, they had a bit of a late one on one of the nights, well, a very bad late one until 7 in the morning, but you know, they delivered what we asked them to do. After seeing them in Essen in December and then bringing them in for this job, I knew that these guys, you know, I'll work with them again, and I knew we're all going to work with them loads and loads more, including the Exotic brothers, you know, Custom Exotics. They're going to be, those guys are going to be working together for a long time to come.
this area right here on this blue, that's got that's now actually got 6 coats of lacquer on it. 6 on there now, from obviously our original blue paintwork, lacquered, artwork, lacquered, flatted and lacquered again. So there's 6 coats on there.
It looks more brilliant as we've seen the parts before. And the first time Richie see the colored and the brushed parts, and to see his guy is smiling, it's perfect for us. Yeah, it shows that he loves our work, and we think it's perfect work, and so we are proud.
You guys, this is a little token. Thank you. My appreciation for you guys working last night. Thank you very much. It's amazing.
Shall we? Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure.
See you.
We've got a bit of a problem with the wheels. We've got a wide body kit on it, and we've got to try and get the wheels as wide as possible and back to fit really nice. But the problem is the front wheels, and then we've had a bit of an headache with offsets. The offset is how far in or out the wheel sticks from like a centre line on the hub.
The offset of the wheel, where the wheel meets the hub, is too far out, so it pushes the wheel out past the arch, which you can't have. It's where the wheel will come here, will probably stick out slightly.
Basically, the S2000 runs a really high offset, so the wheels stick quite far into the body. Now we're fine on the back because we've got a really wide arch kit on it, so we can get nice wide wheels on it. But on the front, we're restricted on the sides because they have to sit into the arch. Now it looks wrong, and it can be a little bit illegal as well. If the tyre sticks out of the arch, it fails the MOT. And it looks a bit funny as well. It just looks like you've got too much rubber sticking out the arch. It won't really sit nice.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and camber the wheel in for the principle on this one. So we've got some angle on tilt on the front wheel. Might not be the nicest thing in the world to drive, but
They ain't gonna feel the arch.
do for the show until we can get some of the wheels modified.
The car needed to be at a show we were doing in Germany, and I didn't give them that information until the last minute that we actually needed it ready by then. I know that caused a lot of tension, but that tension and that is part of the process of getting that kind of work out of people. If it had gone on for 2-3 weeks, it just wouldn't have been the same. It's the fact that they had a deadline and they had to meet it, and that's why they worked their hardest, and they really, really, really put everything into it. Everyone there, you know, Scott, Brett, the Sperlich brothers, Sticky Matt, all of us, we all became totally obsessed with pulling this car together. Everyone who's got involved in it has become obsessed with trying to recreate the exact copy of the car in the game.
Yeah.